the Bulldogs versus in the West Tigers. Two of the teams that we're probably more excited about, especially given their recruitment in the off-season. One of them, after last week, is starting to go, okay, they could be someone who's going to make momentum and make the 8. The other team, you're sitting here going, the only thing we can really talk about you is David Clemmer running 25 metres more than he ran all game to try and get into a little push and shove where he comes out and says, all I said was go away and get out of the way, but I didn't know there was that many F-bombs in that conversation. But for the Bulldogs, you've got Hayes Perham, Jacob Carraz, Jake Avarillo, Paul Alamotti, Josh Adokar, Matt Burden, Kyle Flanagan, Max Kinn, Reid Mahoney, Ryan Sutton, Viliami Kickout, Jacob Preston, who, wow, that's all I'm going to say. RFM, Jaden Ockenbaugh comes onto the bench. Corey Waddell, Franklin Pele, again, great player off the bench. Famanu Brown and Braden Burns wrap up that 18th spot. Now, this would be very Bulldogs-like to get smashed to win a game and then somehow lose to the Tigers once we give them more hopes. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. It is a strong lineup. I think what I saw last week, and I was so happy for it, is Kyle Flanagan had a good game. Kyle Flanagan had hands in these tries, which is going to do him the world of confidence. What do you make of this side? And then obviously I'll let you talk about obviously the Tigers and then we'll give our prediction. But could this be a side that's kind of like a seesaw all year, or can you see them kind of skyrocketing now?
Maybe they are a seesawing kind of team. Everybody loves the seesaw, but not when you're playing for competition points. So hopefully that the Belmore faithful, it is played at Belmore Park, so hopefully they can get up for this one and really back this team to really dominate against a 0-2 team.
Yeah, 100%. Now I'll throw it to you. I'll get you to talk about the Tigers lineup. There it is on the screen.
We got Charlie Staines moving from the wing position into the fullback role with David Nofaluma and Junior Tupou in the wing position. You got Brett Naden and Starford Tua in the centre roles with Ammon Dewey and Luke Brooks in the halves pairing. You got SU in the front row with David Clemmer. Mate, you got to run some more meters if you're in the front row position. 81 is Paul. Api Coruscant in the hooker position with AK and Sean Balor in the second row position with, I think that's his brother, but Funa Polo in the lock position. And you got Braden Wakeham, Alex 12. Mate, what's this guy going to do to get a try in his career? Like, he was, I think, the closest he's ever been to scoring a try, and Tyson Frizzell just knocked it out of his hands and ruined what was going to be a great meme. But anyways, you got Joe mate, sorry, I can't pronounce it. We got Joe O, the big Joe O, and Brandon Tumeth with Jaram Buller in the 18th position. Man, look, if as a Tigers fan, not even a Tigers fan, but a Tigers coaching staff, I would have had the first 5 games of the season. I would have been looking at these 2 that they've lost to and circled them and gone, they are 2 winnable games if we want to move forward. Yet they can't seem to win, especially when a side's down to a bloke off the field and 3 missing from the bench. So I don't know what more I can say. Is Luke Brooks a $1 million player? No. Is there a better hooker out there? Probably, but they got to go pay overs for him. And look, I don't know how much longer Luke Brooks has got to go on with his $1 million a season contract. But once it's up, I'll be looking to move him out the door. I don't think he's that 7 to really. I don't think he's that 7 to really move forward and get you closer to a title win. He looked good, better at the 6th position when Jackson Hastings was in the 7 last year. All the pressure was sort of shifted because he was no longer wearing the 7 on his back, and he come up with that match-winning field goal. I think it was up at Suncorp. So, even Brizzy at the time were running hot and heavy. So, I think really this Tigers team need to really have a good look at themselves. Like, is it Benji calling the shots? Is it, Sheensy calling the shots? Is it Robbie Farah calling the shots? They need to really listen to one voice and move forward with that one voice. It's hard to say this because I thought the Tigers would have 2 wins on the board at the moment. Like, I thought they would be 2-0 at the start. By round 5, they're 2-3, giving the teams that they come up against, and they wouldn't be on the bottom of the ladder come round 27. But it's looking like they're going to get another wooden spoon to put in their cabinet, which I'm going to back the Belmore faithful in a 13+.
Yeah, now I think I had a lot of optimism for the Tigers coming into this season, but given how I saw them play during the trials, I've tipped against them 2 weeks in a row, and well, it's gone in my favour. So I think I'm going to continue that trend. Now, Luke Brooks, you said $1 million player. It's his final year of his contract, and it's up to $1.1 million. So he's going to go a little bit higher than that $1 million. But like you said, it's going to be interesting to see, A, who picks up that contract next year if someone does sign him, and B, how much is he actually going to get offered. But for me, can't look past it. It's at Belmore. They're flying. They've got the team. They've got the players. 13+ to the Bulldogs, and we'll move into